divorce. She slid the word across the table like it was part of his breakfast. Here's your toast and coffee, and I want a divorce. Max Paddington stared into his wife's clear brown eyes and said the only thing that came to mind. What? I want a divorce, Rachel repeated. At least she left out the toast and coffee bit. Divorce hadn't been a side order, after all. Are you still mad about the golf clubs? He asked. I'll take them back if it's that big of a deal. Max. Rachel said his name, as if it left a sour taste on her tongue. Max swiped a hand through his damp hair. He'd been awake less than a half hour, and already his day had turned to shit. Rachel, his wife of 14 years, no, it was 15 now, stood in front of him with her arms folded over her breasts. She wore black camisole, pantyhose, and 3-inch heels. And he was supposed to take her seriously? Rach, he said, you want to get divorced over golf clubs? It's not the golf clubs, Max. Well, what the hell? I need to finish getting dressed or I'll be late for work. So be late. You can't tell me you want a divorce like you're telling me the weather for the day, then walk out the door. I can't be late today. Or what? The world will implode because you don't serve your boss's coffee on time? Rachel glared. I do not serve my boss coffee. I only did that for you, and I won't be doing it anymore. I'm sorry, okay? Max pushed his coffee mug aside, the object having suddenly become an obstacle between them. I didn't mean that. It's just that you dumped this bombshell on me, and you won't even talk to me about it. I don't understand why you're so surprised. What? I should have been expecting a divorce with my breakfast? Think about it, Max. With that, she turned and strode from the room. He watched her ass, naked beneath the pantyhose. Divorce. What the hell? Max took his miserable attitude to work at the local Publix, where he'd been assistant manager for nearly 5 years. Before that, he'd been the assistant manager at Winn-Dixie. Always the assistant, never the boss. And now his wife wanted a divorce because he'd bought expensive golf clubs. How had he managed to earn such a low rank in life? He took his misery out on the new stock boy, a skinny 16-year-old with pockmarked skin and the grace of a 5,000-pound elephant. The kid was close to tears by the time Dan, the manager, caught wind of the bad karma in the air. Max muttered an apology to his boss, said he was having a bad day, and wandered out to the stockroom. While sorting through overstock, he knocked an open case of olives onto the floor, the green ones in the glass jars. 4 of the jars shattered. Little green eyeballs rolled in a puddle around his feet. One of the stockers helped him clean the mess with only a minimal of razzing. Max hid his embarrassment behind a gruff attitude, then ducked into his office. He poured himself a cup of coffee and promptly spilled some on his tie. Next, he slipped on a newly waxed section of floor and did a fancy skid that landed him on his ass in the middle of the aisle. After that, he gave up on even pretending to work and managed to steer clear of everyone until quitting time. He cursed his Honda Civic for not being a Mercedes, then cursed the traffic for getting in his way. His house mocked him with its dark silence. The coffee maker mocked him from its place on the counter. Would you like a divorce with your morning coffee? A sweep of his arm sent the machine and its glass carafe sailing across the room. Leftover coffee exploded with the glass. Was Rachel even coming home? Max watched the coffee form a river between the floor tiles. He cursed at the mess on the floor and the mess that was his life. Think about it, she told him, as if he could think about anything else.